Hi guys, so today we've got this fabulous camper van installation, and what we've got here is bespoke colour-coded cover plates to match the colour of his van. First thing I'm going to do is separate these screws, of which there's 4 of these. Once you've pulled your screws out, all you're going to do is just tap it onto your palm of your hand. That'll release the base. Inside it you'll see our 2 electronic cartridges. First thing you're going to do is just lift it up and pull out your tab. If you struggle to pull those out with your finger, just pull it out with a pair of pliers. The beep that you hear lets you know that the batteries have released the power to the electronics. These are all live and ready to be armed and once we've fitted it. Vanguardian has a flexible base, so we have convex shape to the Vanguardian base, and as you can see on the back here we have an adhesive strip which enables us to attach Vanguardian base securely to your vehicle without any need for drilling, screwing or wiring. We're just going to do that on the back door of this vehicle here. You'll get a 3M wipe and we're just going to clean the surface area where we require the Vanguardian alarm to be fitted. So we're going to fit the Vanguardian dual alarm on the rear door. So I'm just going to clean this surface area in and around there where we're going to fit the base. So once you've got your Vanguardian base, all you're required to do is expose the adhesive underneath. Try not to contaminate that, try not to touch it. Obviously make sure you don't drop it. What you're going to do then is you're going to offer it up into position and try to make sure you get it straight, not necessarily level, because often the lines on a van tell a different story. So it's often a case of trying to get a balance between what you're visually seeing and what the lines are telling you as well. So once you're happy with where that is, position it in your hand like this, and this provides the perfect opportunity and the perfect tool from which to apply pressure over the base area. Just keep going for a while, make sure you're getting all the corners, go from side to side, back to front. If you ever needed to remove your Vanguardian, all you've got to do is with a pair of pliers apply it onto the upstand and begin a tugging and peeling process. This will eventually begin to peel and you'll be able to take the Vanguardian base off without any superficial damage to the paintwork underneath. So we're going to take our cabinet now, and what we're going to do is just going to attach it to the foundation, the base. So it anchors in place with the 4 screws in each corner. We get asked a lot of times by people, if it's not screwed, won't somebody be able to just pull it off the van? Well, it's not that easy to get off the van once it's anchored on all 4 corners. It's pretty much now and impossible to literally just pull off the van. All that's left to do is click and lock it in place. The only way that you can remove it is with the security tool in future, and that adds additional protection for the product. What we're going to do now is provide protection for the side door, the entry into the cab, and we're going to put a dual alarm on the sliding side door entry into the cab to stop door tampering and any potential attempt to get into the vehicle without activating this alarm. We're just going to pull out the tabs. All Vanguardian bundles like these, any bundles over and above individual alarms, come pre-paired, and they come pre-paired to 2 master remote controls to all your alarms, so they will arm and disarm simultaneously all at once. All you're required to do is fit them. Right, so once we pulled that out, we're going to take our base, we're going to take our 3M wipe again, and we're going to go clean that surface area. Similar to the one on the back, we're going to offer it up here. Take the base, be careful not to drop it. Sightful eye on the lines. When you're ready and you're comfortable, just stick it in place. Take your tool, again, holding it in your hand like this, and apply the pressure over the surface area of the base. All we're going to do now is take the cabinet, the dual alarm cabinet. We've pulled out the tabs. Always remember to pull the tabs out. I've had many an installation where the tabs have not been pulled out and you only have to take it back off the van again to take them out. So pull out the tabs, offer it up into place and anchor the corners. The adhesive strip is 80% set once you apply it, and after 24 hours it becomes 100% set. Even though it's 80%, it's still totally safe to be driving away with Vanguardian fitted immediately without fear of it falling off and without fear of it just being simply ripped off. All this requires is a click and a lock in place, and if you ever need to remove that, you need to get your removal tool. Take out your tool, all you do then is you click, lock it in place on the end, and all that's required is your counter lever. So you're going to push the handle over this way and literally counter lever it off. That's all that's needed. This is the passenger door, driver's door. Again, same principles as the dual alarm. What's the difference between a dual alarm and a single alarm? Well, if you don't already know, the dual alarm has 2 speaker outlet. It creates a wider dispersion of sound. It's our most powerful alarm, the dual alarm. Again, remember to pull out your tabs, initiate that power to the electronics. It doesn't take long to actually, from start to finish, to actually fit these units. Certainly if you come down and visit us here at our warehouse in Leeds, we are more than happy to help and fit your Vanguardian for free. Here we are now, we're going to fit the single alarm onto the passenger door. One of the tips that I must point out is that some vehicles hinge inside the wing, and what you've got to make sure is that you leave enough gap from the edge of your Vanguardian alarm single unit to where it disappears in the wing. This is a good example that it doesn't actually do it, so this is a good example just to showcase what you could be faced with. So always try and open the door first, just to make sure you get that parameter of distance back so that you don't get caught on the wing if the door opens. Yeah, we've got the single alarm unit here, and we're now going to just offer it up on here, just under the rear view mirror. It's compact, it's discreet. We're kind of positioning it in this area here. It's a little bit tricky sometimes with the angles. One of the best data points is the edge of the door, so if you kind of align the straightness of the edge of the door, irrespective of where these are, you'll never be too far away from getting a nice square angle and pretty much level with the vehicle. So that's what we're going to aim for today, and we're going to offer that on there. So first thing to do is take out the base and our 3M wipe. So every kit comes with a 3M wipe. Every zone gets a new fresh 3M wipe to clean the area. All we're going to do now is just give that a clean with the 3M wipe. Once that's dry and ready to be attached, all you're going to do then is remove the protective cover to expose the adhesive. Again, try not to contaminate that, try not to touch it, and certainly don't drop it. I'll come down here, I'll have a little look. So I'm looking to line that up against the edge of the door. Trying to get my angles right there. Once I'm happy with that, I can apply a bit of pressure. That gives me a nice square finish. Similar distance there and there. If you keep symmetry, it always looks better. So take the tool, hold it in your hand, and I'm going to use my left hand, which I'm not left-handed, but we'll use left-handed. If you ever want to remove Vanguardian, you can remove it by taking a pair of pliers to the upstand. You need a pair of pliers because you've got so much energy in a small area. You can begin a peeling process. So we've taken out our tab. Always remember to pull out your tab, activate the electronics, position that in place. We take our 4 screws and anchor that into position. Just screw that. So once you've got your 4 fixing points in, all that's left is to add the omnidirectional refraction cover plate into position. As you can see here, we have a colour matched cover plate. It looks super effective, super smart. Really pleased with colour coded covers. First thing we're going to need to do, as always, we're going to have to take out our 3M wipe, and we're going to have to prepare the surface area from which to attach the base. Right, we've got our base. We're just going to expose the adhesive molecules again underneath, or the adhesive strip should I say, and we're going to match it as we did on the other side. We're going to look for a straight edge on here. That'll really help us. We don't want to get too distracted with the angles above there. Bring it down a little bit, across a little bit, and we'll position it just there. And again, we use multi-tool, so we've developed it in a way that you can have it this way around and apply pressure. Vanguardian activates as soon as somebody touches your vehicle. So we don't wait until the damage is done. We don't wait until they get in the vehicle to take action. Vanguardian activates as soon as somebody touches your vehicle. A preemptive solution to draw attention to criminal activity around your motorhome or camper van before the damage is done. All we're going to do now is take the refraction cover plate, click it, lock it in place. This is the RF centralised control wall switch. Where are we going to position it inside the camper van? Well, it's all down to personal choice. Could well be just here prior to getting into bed, where you can arm it, settle down at night and know you're asleep. All you've got to do to fit this product is quick and it's simple. All you've got to do is peel off your tabs We'll peel off a couple here and just give you a quick demonstration how that is. Once they're peeled off, it exposes the adhesive on the other side. Quick and simple. All you've got to do then is line it up where you're going to position it, apply a little bit of pressure. So there we have it. That's really quick and simple and easy to fit. What this provides us with is a centralised position for the remote control. If at night you felt that there was somebody around the vehicle and you wanted to arm it, and you could activate it at night with the panic button, drawing attention to your vehicle. So quick and simple and easy to fit, and the sharp-eyed amongst you would probably even notice this little design here. So this is from Shirley and Scruff. They designed their own blankets and pillows and greeting cards, tea towels. Really interesting product, beautifully made in the UK as well. So if you want to get hold of these online, check out Shirley and Scruff. That'd be really fantastic. These are super products, super well made, and again, we're supporting UK companies, and more the power to that. Now we've completed the installation, I'll give you a quick run round the van. What does that mean whilst now with the remote control activated? Let's go have a look. So what we realised with Vanguardian is without Vanguardian on, a thief can operate around a vehicle creating all the kind of criminal damage undetected. So what we realised is we needed a preemptive solution. So once Vanguardian's armed, the alarms will beep, and the final beep will let you know that it's now active. What Vanguardian does, it throws a blanket of protection around the vehicle now that activates on contact. So if a thief comes and tries the handles now, they're immediately exposed with a powerful alarm that says this vehicle's protected, stand back, what are you doing? What Vanguardian does, it exposes any criminal activity. If a thief takes his chances and touches the vehicle again, what you get this time is an extended version of the alarm blast. That'll go on for 30 seconds. It'll alert more people around to the tension around the vehicle. It'll expose a thief. And what it tends to do, and what we're seeing it doing, it forces a thief to retreat to avoid being confronted.